You are welcome once more to Achoda Gist TV, where we dive into the country's most pressing issues. And today, we are going to be tackling a very contentious question, which is, who owns Lagos? Have you heard the saying that Lagos is no man's land? Yeah. What do you think about this? The question of who owns Lagos has been a contentious issue, particularly after the last presidential election in Nigeria. Most of the Jagaban loyalists could not believe their eyes that the city boy, the landlord of Lagos, lost to Labour Party. But it is what it is. The election shows the huge divide of the country across ethnic lines. During the last election, we saw how most Igbos were openly intimidated. Guys, I am not just capping. These things are on record. The truth be told, the Yorubas are the most educated tribe in Nigeria. So let me not assume that the people that did this were acting on behalf of every Yoruba out there. This miscreant views doesn't reflect the values of the Yorubas. They were just used by politicians to achieve their selfish agenda. But come to think of it, how long will the politicians continue to tap our mumu button? Have you thought about that? How long will they continue to use the divide and rule strategy to conquer and control us? How long are we going to fight their wars? Because this is not our battle, it is theirs. It is crazy how they keep playing the ethnic card and we the people fall for it like a castle of sand. Even the blind could see that since the last general election, the debate on the ownership of Lagos has sparked intense discussion, with some arguing that Lagos belongs to the indigenous people of Lagos, while others claim it is a no man's land. That means it belongs to all Nigerians. Funny enough, many people at the forefront claiming ownership of Lagos are not even from Lagos State. Majority are from neighboring Oyo, Osun, and Ogun State. Guys, go and do your research. I'm not just talking. Historically, Lagos was founded by the Awori people, which is an ethnic group from the Yoruba kingdom. The Awori people migrated from Ile-Ife through the Oyo Empire and eventually settled in the present-day Lagos. As I'm calling it Awori, I know it sounds strange, right? See, Awori is a Yoruba subgroup speaking a distinct dialect of the Yoruba language. It is easily identifiable by native Yoruba language speakers. The Awori people are predominantly landowners, farmers, and fishermen. However, over the years, Lagos has become a melting pot of cultures with over 250 ethnic groups in Nigeria. I can boldly say that there is no tribe in Nigeria that can't be found in Lagos State. Lagos is a city where people from various ethnic groups and states have been migrating to for better economic opportunities. This migration has contributed significantly to the growth and development of Lagos, making it the economic hub of Nigeria. But there's also the downside of such migration. The influx of migrants has led to a situation where non-indigenous people own a significant portion of the land and control the local economy. This has created a tension between the indigenous people and the migrant, with some arguing that the migrants are taking over Lagos. Well, imagine the local economy is in the hands of non-indigens, and we all know if someone controls the economy, the next item on the bucket list is definitely political power. But notwithstanding, let's be realistic. Have they done anything outside the law? The answer is hell no. As enshrined in the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I'm talking about Section 41, provides that every citizen of Nigeria is entitled to move freely throughout Nigeria and to reside in any part of Nigeria. And if you read down to Section 43, this section further states that, subject to the provision of this Constitution, every citizen of Nigeria shall have the right to acquire and own immovable properties anywhere in Nigeria. This section guarantees the fundamental right of every Nigerian citizen to move freely and reside and own properties in any part of the country. I'm talking about north, south, east, and west, without discrimination or restriction based on state of origin, ethnicity, or any other factor. And for Christ's sake, the law is the law. Therefore, guys, it is incorrect to say that Lagos belongs exclusively to the indigenous people or any particular ethnic group. As long as you are a Nigerian living within the boundaries and norms of the land, you can live there without any fear. The president even had to voice his dismay over this issue, stressing that Nigeria belongs to everyone. He made it clear that the security agencies should go after those fanning the flame of hate. If you are a scholar of history, you will discover that harmful rhetoric like this led to the Rwanda genocide of 1994, which was a accumulation of years of ethnic tension, political instability, and economic crisis, which triggered a well-planned and executed massacre of the Tutsi minorities. However, the root cause of the genocide goes deeper, and it was ethnic division. See, the Hutus who make up like 85% and 14% of the country, had a long history of tension fueled by competing interests and power struggle. The height of it is what is happening in Nigeria today. It was the use of propaganda and hate speech. Extremist Hutus groups spread anti-Tutsi propaganda, which laid the groundwork for violence. Please, just search for this article by John Makumbia, which he wrote in 2008 on the Rwanda genocide. You will understand that what we are toying with here in Nigeria is no different. It is similar to what happened in Rwanda. That's why I was telling a friend the other day that what we are seeing here in Nigeria is just like a time bomb, and we need to take a James Bond approach to stop it at all costs. The concept of ownership is complex and goes beyond just ethnicity. Lagos is a city built by the contributions of people from various backgrounds. So it is right to say Lagos is no man's land. Technically, it is right. In trying to arrive at an objective answer, we must also look at things through the lens of the earlier settlers. Having in mind that the question of who owns Lagos is a complex one that cannot be reduced to simplistic answers. Lagos belongs to all of Nigerians, and its ownership should be seen as a shared responsibility. Rather than focusing on who owns Lagos, we should work towards building a city that is inclusive, equitable, and prosperous for all of its inhabitants. That's my belief. As I said earlier, we must not turn a blind eye to the plight of the earlier settlers. We must address the economic and political grievance driving this agitation. It is true no one owns a thing on earth. We are only caretakers. It doesn't mean that the owners, the original settlers, should be undermined. It is no doubt that dialogue and inclusivity are keys to solving this crisis, especially as the Igbos are voicing their claims on social media saying they have contributed significantly to Lagos growth, that they can't be and they won't be intimidated or forced out of Lagos. If I should profile a solution, I would say the Lagos State should embark on the establishment of a Lagos Indigenous People Commission. The purpose of such a group is to represent the interests of the indigenous people of Lagos, ensuring that their voices are heard and concerns are addressed. The commission can work with the state government to develop policies and programs that promote inclusive development, cultural preservation, and economic empowerment for the indigenous people. The strangers should also respect the locals. I mean, their traditional authorities and customs should be held in high esteem. If you look back at what happened during the NSAS protest, most locals felt that the NSAS destruction of Lagos was orchestrated by non-indigens. But the Igbos keep claiming that the businesses destroyed were theirs, since they drive the local economy. But the truth is this: if we must achieve the Nigerian of our dream, we must shelve all these indifferences and be united. But wait, is there anything like the Nigerian dream? Alright, I know there's hunger in the land. Let me give you a good food for thought. If you say Lagos belongs to no man, can we also say Anambra, Abia, or Kano belongs to no one? You see the double standard? You see? Well, you see, these are the questions that plague us as a nation. What are your views? Don't forget, I always tell people, don't forget, there is no such thing as the truth. All we just have are perceptions. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel to keep in touch with more pressing issues concerning the society, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Achoda Gist TV today. Have a wonderful day.